Excuse me. Well, there we are. Good morning to you. Hope you're all right. Hope you've all had a long weekend. The Platinum Jubilee, fantastic, isn't it? We'll never see that no more. Well, our lifetime, and no doubt in our children's lifetime. Fantastic. Weather was perfect. We've had a few showers. Done us all good. Done the garden good. And got cut the grass now for a minute or two. Now, anyhow, let's hope everybody's okay and getting ready to go back work. Lovely. Now, um, we had a couple of birthdays over the weekend. Our son Ian there, Ian Cocken. Happy birthday to you, boy. And you've had a good little day, I believe, there yesterday. And of course, a great friend of mine, Frank Rowley, down there in Penzance. I hope he had a nice day. And of course, next this Wednesday coming is my niece, that's my twin sister's daughter, Wendy, is her birthday. So let's hope and all have a lovely day. That's all I can say. Now I'm going to do another one from Liz Armand Day called the Puddin' Skins. She's here writing to her niece and nephew. Well, here we are again. Haven't been a bad summer, ever. Rich bit of sun. I managed to go down the cliff and shove my feet in the sea. Done my bunions a power good, though I had to feel a twinge or two in my old back afterwards. Alfred had to give me a rub with horse liniment. I don't know, I'm a get fool sometimes, but as I told, I never knowed I was a donkey. But the liniment done the trick, and the old twinges passed off like magic. Got a lovely bit of news for 'ee. I'm a great granny at last. Our Ethel, what to live up Plymouth way, while her maid Susan have had a little boy. We never thought she had her a chick or child, 'cause she's nearly 40. 'Twas a barrel surprise, I can tell 'ee. Mind, when Susan was born, I made some fool of myself. in these days, in they days, we never had no phones, so William, our Ethel's husband, said he would send a telegram to let me know when she started in labour. And the arrangement was for me to come straight away, sending a telegram back telling what time I should be arriving. The telegram from William come saying, "Come t'once, William." So I was off quick as a long dog. On the way to the railway station, I called into the post office in Penzance. Now, I had never sent a telegram before in my life, so I went to the young woman behind the counter and I said to her, "I want to send a telegram, please, to our William up in Plymouth." Now, she must have said, "Go over there and write it out," but I thought she said, "Go over there and shout it out." I tell you, I felt a bare fool standing in the post office, full of people shouting like a Thatcher, "Arriving on the 4:30 train, mother." I was so overcome with it all, they were laughing like piskets at me, so I stubbed a pound note on the counter and flied. Of course, I had never put no name and address on this telegram. I was so flustered, and when I got to Plymouth, of course, there was nobody to meet me. I felt so bereft, I sat on the seat and screeched my eyes out. Then some nice young policeman come along and said, "What's the matter, mother?" I told him to tell all about our Ethel, so the next thing I knowed I was put in a police car and drove all the way to Ethel's. I remember thinking this was a good job I was up Plymouth, where nobody knawed me, 'cause if I was home in Newland they would have think I'd been and took up. What a figure it was. It'll be no hemming and hamming this time. Offering me going to see the new baby next week, and we're having a taxi. I was landed in a barrel caudle the other day. I was chatting to young Richard about old times and how mother used to make figgy oven and pudding skins. I said as to how I hadn't tested pudding skins for years, and Richard said to me, "Hold on, Aunt Sarah, I reckon I can get up the baking factory up with Ruth." "How many do we want?" "Oh, proper job," I said. "Get as many as you can." Now, this was my downfall. Next day, Richard called in on his way home from work. "There's some nice chaps up the back factory," he said. "They never had no pudding skins today, but they said when they did, they would deliver to you when they had a delivery to the butcher's shop." Well, next day, a get lorry pulled up outside the door, and two chaps got out carrying one of they transparent bags full of pudding skins. "Here's the pudding skins you ordered, missus. That's £10 you owe." I was so scat sideways I couldn't speak for a minute. I thought I was going to have a spasm. Then I got my breath back. I said, "Oh, how many have you got there?" "Half hundredweight," he said, "and they'd have cost £10. But I only wanted a few for supper," I said. "That ain't what the young man asked for," he replied. "He asked for as many as we could spare, and we could spare £10 worth." I did manage to persuade them to take 'em back again, but when I asked for just a few for supper, I tell 'ee the abuse and ballyrag that went over my head was awful. I was called everything but a lady. So we haven't had our pudding skins after all. There's a pile of chat about these diets these days, isn't there? Alfred's cousin Clara come in to see us last week. She picked her time to come, dinner time 'twas. There we was just settling down to a rich get plate of stew and dumplings, and she barely eyed our plates. Of course you're killing yourselves with that, she said. All that fat will give you cholesterol in your veins. What do you mean? I said. Nothing that I'd a fit would kill no one. Besides, said Clara, you are grossly overweight. You're much too fat. Well, I wouldn't want Sarah Ann to look like you, Alfred said. You're a scrawny old fowl I never seen in my life. Your face is like two Ellens clapped together, and your nose is sharp enough to plough a furrow. When you to get beside Sarah Ann in bed, it's like getting beside a rich get feather type. What do we call a healthy food? I asked her. Why, beans and lentils, vegetables, fish and seafood, no red meat. She said, that's the sort of food I'd ate, said Alfred. I see food and I eatin'. So you go home, Clara, and have a nut cutlet or two and leave me in peace. Clara took the huff and stanked out. Me and Alfred ate up our stew and dumplings. We had a lovely bit of apple tart and cream for our afters, a dose of bicarb, and we slept all the chair in all afternoon. I can't see we changing our diet. Now, my dears, don't leave 'em too long before you write to me. I hope your appetite always so good as ours. Take care. Have a nice day.